Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unleash Your Brilliant Creativity, Inspiring the Creatrix Within You global event. These are important times to remember who we truly are and to reconnect with our true essence and bring forth our light and let our true nature shine. We're here to guide and support each other on this journey of awakening. When we share our wisdom and magic with as many people as possible, and when we all contribute and collaborate together, we facilitate the global awakening of consciousness and support people everywhere during these times of massive change. Unleash Your Brilliant Creativity, Inspiring the Creatrix Within You is a very special event designed to guide you and inspire you to embody your creative spirit and spark the light within you. Unleash Your Brilliant Creativity, Inspiring the Creatrix Within You is a global event in which female speakers from creatives, coaches, astrologers, artists, healers, visionaries, and Mr. School teachers will share their spiritual journey on how they came to bring forth the creative gifts into the world and become who they are today. By sharing our stories, we can inspire women to reconnect to the Creatrix, to the sacred, divine, feminine, creative fire that is burning in our hearts. We empower and motivate each other by nurturing our creative spirit and tending our visionary fires. So let's glow. Hi, I'm Teresa Echaide. I am your host and creator of this global event. And today I'm really excited to share with you who I am and what I offer. Thank you for being here in this wonderful summit. I am super excited. There's so much wisdom and inspiration brought into this space. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a nature connection coach, eco-spiritual guide, mentor, and teacher. I provide loving guidance and support on your spiritual journey of healing, transformation, and growth by sharing my earth-based spiritual practices, resources, learnings, and experiences. I will empower and encourage you by creating trust and intimacy with each other and nature. With nature as our guide and teacher, we will reawaken your soul's longing to reconnect to the natural world. Earth-based spiritual practices will open you to create an intimate, deep connection and relationship with nature where you feel a sense of belonging and where you are free to be your true self. My mission is to inspire you and support you in reconnecting with nature and nurturing your soul so you can see your own brilliance and heal yourself and help heal our earth. I'm passionate about exploring and being in nature. It nurtures my heart, mind, body, and soul. I am nurtured by nature. And traveling and exploring the natural world has brought me back home to me, to my true essence and to my soul. Tending the earth is a celebration of all life and let your true nature shine. So that's who I am and what I do. And I would like to here share a little bit about myself, my story, my childhood, my awakening, and the journey that led me here to today to create this wonderful summit that everybody is going to be enjoying here this week. And then I will go into my presentation and my talk, and then a little bit of share a little bit of my creativity that has come through nature, and we'll go through the presentation, and then at the end I'm gonna be sharing the offerings, the free gifts that I have for everybody to enjoy. So just come on the journey with me, and we'll start at the beginning, with my childhood. I was born in California in the San Francisco Bay Area, but at age 5, we moved to Spain, to the north part of Spain in the Basque Country. That's where my father is from. So my childhood formative years were from age 5 to 16 were in Spain in a dairy farm. So that's where my nature connection comes from. I grew up in this dairy farm, very small village, connected with the animals. We had cows, we had chickens, pigs, dogs, sheep, and yeah, that was our daily life, tending the animals, tending the earth. We had a lot of fields that, we and that was food for the animals and taking the animals to eat the grass. It was a wonderful place. My bike was my traveling method. I will get on my bike and just go to the river, explore. That was my thing, exploring the natural world, exploring the frogs, exploring the tadpoles, exploring the birds, chasing butterflies, literally. bathing in the river and going hiking in the forest, and also learning a lot of plants and things that we can forage from the forest. Like one of my mm, most loved memories is like in the fall time going mushroom hunting with my dad. Like it was such a joyful time, because in the fall it will like rain, and then we will go into the forest with my rain boots, and then you have to like um move the leaves so you can see where the mushrooms were and pick the right ones that are good for us to eat. And also chestnuts, things that are on that area: chestnuts, hazelnuts, walnuts, all kinds of nuts. And then apple season, every season had something that the natural world provided for us. So I was really loving that is what nurtured me, my spirit, and nurtured my soul, and I felt at home. And most of these explorations I did it by myself, which I was happy and comfortable with. And yeah, and that was my nature connection, how I got submerged in nature. And then moved back to the United States as a teenager, so cultural shock and other things in life. And they had some challenging times, my teenage years with family, with my mother passing away, and then getting married really young, um, and then doing the thing of getting married, having family, having my son, and then buying the house and settling in. And I had lost connection with the natural world coming back here to the United States, because we were living in the Bay Area. And yeah, throughout the years, I was like not connected to anything around here in California. And fast forward to a little bit, I was like, I'm missing that little girl in me. That little girl is been hiding that exploration, that travel, all the fun things that I did as a kid in nature. They were like sleep. They were sleep. So moving along in life, that kind of like after having my son, it was like, now what? There has to be something else to life. I've kind of accomplished these things, right? I've done the things that society tells you you're supposed to do: got married, have the kid, have the house, they have the cars, the job, the good job, the college degree. And now what? I mean, I'm so young and still there's so much to life. I was kind of like lost. I wasn't sure what direction to go. So that led to like my awakening, going through a divorce, because I didn't feel like, we kind of grown apart. So I didn't feel that I was being myself. And then that was kind of like the catalyst that took me into getting back to myself. Um, I was one of the first things that I did, it was actually go to Yosemite. I went to, I lived actually like 2 hours away from Yosemite and never went while I was, married and all that. And, but I wanted to go. And so after that, with my son, that was one of the first things I wanted to do. And this was the journey that took me to my awakening. And it wasn't like a specific date or anything. It was just kind of like a bunch of steps and events that kind of started that fire, that spark within me to explore, to like get back to me, to connect with me. So it was a buildup of moments and events that later I realized what was happening. So past the challenging lives and challenging times, and I just wanted to like had to take care of myself and move forward despite of the fear, and actually that fear propelled me to do much soul searching and healing. So one of the first things I did for myself to heal my soul was to go to nature, since I had lost that contact during some years. So I started to go to parks around the city, and then some hikes, easy hikes, and I started to notice life and the natural world around me. And it fed my soul. It was calling me home. So it was like really exciting. I was like, I've been here before. And I always wanted to go to Yosemite, but I couldn't find anyone who would go with me. And it was my backyard, really, only like a 3-hour drive. So I planned a trip, and with my son, off we went in the summer of 2012. And I had no idea what to expect. And I had some fears about driving in the mountains and wildlife. Anyway, everything was magnificent. Once I entered the valley and I saw the view of the valley, I just shed tears of joy of being home, home to my soul. And Yosemite is like home to my soul, with such awe-inspiring and majestic beauty. And this is where I belong. So since that first trip in 2012, I go to Yosemite 3 to 4 times a year, even some more. And it has been a constant witness to my healing and growth. Every season, every time I go is a different Yosemite, a different experience. Even if I go to the same hike, the same waterfall, it's just my constant companion that I feel so alive and empowered by. And when I saw the view, I'm gonna share my screen real quick, see if I can show you these couple of views here. Let me get to here. So you can see what I'm talking about. Let me share the screen here. Okay. 1 second, here we go. This view right here. And there was on the shuttle in Yosemite, there was a quote. I don't remember who it was, but it said, "Only the soul comprehends what the eyes see." And that's how I feel when I see these. That's how I felt that day when I first entered Yosemite and I saw the majestic beauty of it. So just take this in and see how that makes you feel. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm gonna stop this share right now. Perfect. So yeah, that was like my yeah, that was like me getting back to myself, to my true essence, and just truly connect with nature in every way. And then catapulted so many other events and my journey of I got my hands on so many things I could learn. I learned, everything from yoga, which helped me really connect to my body physically. It helped me with focus on my breathing so I can become present. Many different modalities of yoga, then studying with different earth-based practices. And for example, and I went on journeys, on spiritual journeys to Peru, to Mexico, and studying with different traditions like the Toltec tradition, the Mayan tradition, the Aztec, the Peruvian tradition from the Andes, and also the Native Americans here, especially with the Lakota, doing ceremony with them and in their ways with sweat lodge and other ceremonies as well. And everything is around nature, and that's where I feel at home. And so all these activities and events of nature connection just kind of like feed me and reawaken me to who I am, who I truly am. And that is where I feel at home. And that's what is leading to these two. I want to be there for others on their spiritual journey when you're awakening and want to get back to yourself, to your true essence. And I'm here to guide you, to mentor you, to happily hold your hand. And like when I was awakening, there was like a lot coming and figuring out, and it's wonderful to have mentors and teachers that can guide you and in your exploration and your curiosity, because it's open, just have the curiosity of exploring and take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But everything that I've done there's been a teaching. And a little bit fast forward to where I am today. I've had like this kind of like rebirth um rebirths within nature. Like, for example, I'm just going to share a couple. One of them, and today I just want to say this is going live on April 22nd, Earth Day 2024. This is like my day. I'm such a Earth person. I'm a Taurus. My birthday is April 30th, so I'm a Taurus. I'm grounded. the trees are my friends. So Earth Day has been really significant for me on my journey. So I had a rebirth on Earth Day 2016. That was my 40th birthday. It was a week before my 40th birthday, and I went to a resort in Big Sur here in California where they have waters. They have the springs, the river that comes through. Then they have the ocean, and by the cliffside, you have the hot tubs with hot spring water. And it was a full moon. It was just like rebirthing right there in the hot tub, smelling the scent of the ocean, the salty water, the juniper berry that is right there on the hillside, and the full moon just like so magnificent. I felt like being in the warm water. It was being in the womb of the mother again, but this time in the womb of Mother Earth. And it was like an amazing experience to be rebirthing myself in that way in nature on my 40th birthday. Like, it was like, like the second act of life. Here I am, propelling myself to what I'm building right now. And I've been studying with mentors and preparing myself to come out and do my spiritual business. And here I am. And the other Earth Day significant event that I had, it was 2 years ago on uh April 22nd of 2022, Earth Day. That's when I came up with the idea of tending Earth, because I like to play with words with my initials, TE. So that's, if you go into my website, you will see is tending Earth. That's what the main a mission and theme it is for me, to tend the earth. And by doing, our healing work, we all heal each other, ourselves, each other, and the earth. So that's part of the tending the earth. And that's how I have arrived to, like, finally, of 2 years of preparing myself or studying, of gaining the knowledge and the skills to actually make this happen. It's finally here, and here we are on Earth Day 2024, April 22nd, 2024. I am here with you presenting this beautiful summit, where it's all about creativity and unleash your brilliant creativity and inspiring the creatrix within you. And so I'm going to go a little bit in the, now we'll go shift into my presentation for this day. And the topic of my interview is connecting to Mother Earth, the ultimate creatrix. So yes, I've been speaking about my connection with nature and my rebirth with the Mother Earth. And that's what nature is to me. That's what Mother Earth, that's why we call her Mother. She is the creatrix. She's the creatrix. And everything we see in nature is created by the Mother Earth. So that is the whole topic of my presentation, and how Mother Earth and creativity, nature connection go hand in hand, how it helps us to heal, to grow, transform, and then create. So we complete like a whole circle within us, and give back. And just gonna, like, flow with the topic here. There's so much to connecting to Mother Earth and nature connection. For example, like, well, in our fast-paced world today, where technology often dominates our lives, the idea of co-creating with nature offers a refreshing and profound perspective. It invites us to reconnect with the natural world, recognizing it's not just a resource to be exploited, but as a partner in our creative endeavors. And this collaboration can inspire and enhance our creativity. So co-creation with nature is more than just seeking inspiration from natural beauty. It's a deeply rooted partnership with humans and the natural world can work together in harmony, in sacred reciprocity. It involves, recognizing the intelligence and creativity and the value of nature, viewing it as a active participant in our creative process. And one of the fundamental aspects of co-creation with nature is mindfulness and just being present. By immersing ourselves in the natural surroundings with a mindful awareness, we open ourselves to a wealth of sensory experiences that can stimulate our creativity. The sights, sounds, and smells and textures of nature have a profound impact on our emotions and thought processes, often leading to fresh insights and ideas. And quiet time in nature invites us to be present to ourselves in our body and in our breath. You can breathe in deeply and exhale to be in the present moment. It also brings awareness to our natural surroundings because you slow down and you go from the mind to the heart and to all the other senses. It activates all our senses. So we can stop being in our mind so much of thinking and start using our other senses. Like, for example, I see the green of the earth, the trees, the sky, the white clouds. Whatever you look, you see the earth, the colors of it. Then you breathe in the fresh air that the trees provide. So having that awareness and connection that every breath we take comes from the trees, and every exhale that we take, it helps the trees breathe that in too. It's a wonderful relationship. And also use a sense of smell to smell the flowers, especially now in the springtime, everything is blooming, it's looking beautiful. And just the scent of different flowers, or even, in the air, and enjoy the beautiful colors of the flowers. It's just so beautiful and pretty. And it's pure awe to see how Mother Earth creates this beautiful canvas, a piece of art. I remember having somebody special to me coming to my hometown and not believing that it was a real place because it was so beautiful. It's like, and they say, "Oh, you live in a painting." It's not even, it doesn't even look real, but it's so real and so colorful. Yes, and then also just feeling the warmth of the sun in your skin, or like the air brushing your hair. And also now every day here we hear the birds singing. I can hear them right now. Every day, every morning, every afternoon towards sunset, lots of birds are just singing. So when you slow down and really get out of your head and out of your way, you can start feeling nature all around you. You can start paying attention to that. And the time in nature helps to clear the mind. It helps to reflect on life and see things from a different perspective, and also brings more clarity and inspires to create. Because when you are out of your head, you have time for other things. Like that has helped me a lot. And I will go for a walk when I'm having something that I need to figure out for myself. And the answers always come because I go into nature and just be present and relax. I relax, and the magic happens. And the magic of nature is available to all of us. Just the sheer beauty of nature, from breathtaking landscapes like Yosemite and to intricate patterns of the leaves and flowers when you see, this evokes a sense of awe and wonder. And this is the same sense that we had as children, most us, many of us, if you were lucky enough to have that sense of awe and wonder and exploration. And this emotional response usually translates to creative expression. Many artists and creators have been inspired to capture and convey the beauty in many forms, such as paintings, photography, poetry, music, writing books. I mean, creating with your hands, whether it be, working with wood, or like many, many, many different things that, you can work with in nature. And this emotional connection, nature has a way of evoking deep emotional connections within us. Um, for example, the sight of a sunrise or a sunset. How many times I have been somewhere where, especially here in the Pacific Ocean, we get the sunset. So even you're just walking by, everybody stops just for that those 5 minutes where the sun is really going below the horizon and the ocean. Everybody has that. I just get chills talking about it right now. It's like everybody has that I don't know, there's a sacredness to it, so it evokes a deep connection within us, and like how significant this all is, our home, how beautiful it is. And you can see the sunset, the sound of the waves crashing. It's just in the whole experience, the scent of the fresh of the water of the ocean, everything like creates this beautiful memory in your brain, that time after time you can go back to in a meditation. And these emotions serve as powerful catalysts for creative exploration and storytelling, allowing individuals to channel their experiences and sentiments into their work. How many times have you read a poem that described a beautiful or a deep emotional connection within nature that really evoked in you that sense of being there, or that sense of feeling that landscape or whatever nature was described in that poem? It takes you to that place, that's art. And also nature brings a sense of tranquility and calm, because being in nature often brings a sense of calmness, peacefulness. Whether it's a quiet forest or a lake or a beach, it's quiet in the mind, but nature is the background. In a forest, you have the birds singing. That's what it is. You quiet the mind and you start, oh, the forest is quiet because there's no man-made noises like cars going by or things like that. You hear the little birds or something else. At the beach, you hear the water, the waves, and that gets us out from the hustle and bustle of daily life. And this sense of calmness clear the mind and enhances our focus and stimulates creativity by allowing people to tap into their inner thoughts and ideas without distractions. You're on that flow. Is the flow, like how you hear many people get in that flow. So you can get that when you are in spending time in nature, disconnected from your daily distractions, just being present and mindful and being connected with nature. Also stimulates the senses, engages all of them. And that's my favorite thing to do. The sights, the sounds, the smell, the touch, and even the taste. Like, you see the flowers. I was like, see the flowers. I love the vibrant colors. I like looking at them and smelling them and seeing the patterns, how they grow, like paying attention to all beautiful. And then at the sounds of the birds chirping. And that also inspires me to question and to get curious. It's like, oh my gosh, this bird is singing so beautiful. What kind of bird is it? And create relationships with these animals. Like, for example, in my backyard, I have tons of birds. My hummingbirds, which is my spirit animal, a few of them come and they come to the flowers. And it's such a beautiful sight to be present to that. And then they zoom by me. Other birds are on the trees singing, especially uh, in the morning or evening around sunrise or sunset. There's more activity, but it engages me to know, okay, what kind of bird is that? Or look at that one. And I have amazing experiences that just come through that I have been present to. Like, for example, last week I was in the mountain. I saw a hawk just swooping in front of the truck and pick up a mouse and fly off. And you're like, oh my gosh. I was just like, when is such a beautiful natural life, so all the senses just get enhanced by all of these. Like, think about you know things that make you remember some memories. Like, for example, for me, fresh cut grass is like brings me back to my childhood, like especially after the rain when the earth is wet and is fresh and everything, that the scent of the soil and the grass, it just brings me back to my home in Spain. And just even like, and then with trees, for example, there's so much we can do. You can touch their bark, their leaves, uh and some taste it if you want. So it's just heightened state of awareness and inspiration. And then also with the natural elements, you can carry symbolic meanings and metaphors that resonate deeply with the human emotions and experiences. For example, a tree may symbolize strength and resilience. And like my tree over here, emotion and a butterfly may represent, it's often used with transformation and growth. And a river is the flow of life and time. So all these symbolic associations inspired artists and writers to explore profound themes and concepts in their creative work. And then the connection to something greater. Being immersed in nature can foster a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. Like I mentioned, when I went to Yosemite, it was just like pure awe at the beauty of the place and how beautiful our home is, and I am part of it, and I'm such a little tiny part of it, but how big this is bigger than me, and he's brings a sense of either spirituality, interconnectedness with other living beings, or appreciating the earth's beauty and diversity. And this connection can inspire a sense of purpose and motivation to create art that reflects in our sentiments and values. So that Mother Earth provides so much for us. And that's why I continue to say Mother Earth is the creatrix. And also another aspect that I like to talk about is the natural elements, how they have a profound impact on our emotions and creativity. And they serve as potent sources of inspiration. For example, for me, I'm very connected with the elements, the air, the fire, earth, and water. And we have all that within us, around us, everywhere. It's really something that you can connect with and create with their connection, Yeah, and nature, like I mentioned, has been a source for inspiration for artists, writers, innovators across cultures and generations. And there's so much to it that we can just like connect with. It's just we engage with nature with an open heart and open mind and be receptive, and we can just tap into so much into this wellspring of inspiration. So uh opening to nature and just letting the mind go and being here, and then you start to see how much nature is in our lives that you may not be aware of or realize. For example, like co-creating with nature to also like involving natural elements in our creative process. Like it could range from natural materials like wood, like the desk here is wood, or like the painting I have here is wood as well. And this is my altar, so you can see all the elements from nature that I bring, the feathers, the flowers, I have crystals, all kinds of different elements. And people work with them too. They work with wood. You can create musical instrument with wood or stone. You can create so much, or clay. Many artists can create, so much work from elements from nature. So by integrating nature in our creative toolkit, we not only honor the natural world, but also infuse our work with a sense of authenticity and connection. So this also, once you start to get so connected, you also start loving the earth and all life in earth, and start caring for the trees, the plants, the water, and that inspires also a sense of responsibility and stewardship towards the planet, because it's our home. That's, I want to say that piece right there, because like what I'm calling here on my website, tending earth, that's the next level. Once you put down these walls and you start healing, you want to heal nature, help. And speaking of healing, the healing power of nature, beyond its role its role as a muse for creativity, nature also offers profound healing benefits. Research has shown that spending time in natural environments can reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance overall well-being. When we engage with nature in a co-creative manner, we not only nurture our creativity, but also nurture our inner selves, fostering a sense of balance and harmony. Oh, that's so true. Nature is our best medicine. So I encourage everybody to go out there in nature, even if it's whatever you can, even if it's a garden or even watching videos on YouTube, especially I have my YouTube where I put a lot of nature videos. That just connects you to nature, and trust me that once you start and you love it, and the more you do it, it just becomes also natural practice, because we are nature, we are part of nature, we're not separate. So another aspect with connection with nature is, and deepening our connection, is going through rituals and practices that honor the natural world. Many indigenous cultures around the world have long-standing traditions of rituals that celebrate the earth's cycles, such as solstice ceremonies, equinox, harvest festival, sacred pilgrimage to natural sites. And these rituals not only foster a deeper connection with nature, but also serve as source of inspiration and renewal for creativity. And I can attest to that. It makes you also aware and present to the cycles of nature. Things are constantly changing. We just started springtime, had spring equinox. So that's a marker that spring is coming, is here, and what the spring season brings for us, the growth, the babies of the birds are growing. This it's just newness, and everything is turning green, flowers are growing, things are growing, it's just coming back to life from the winter. So people notice, everybody does notice. You do notice when things change from winter to spring. You go from the darkness to more light, more life. Everything is growing, and then you go the seasonal changes. We no matter where you live, you do feel them. You see the difference in the sunrise and sunsets and the amount of light that you get. It's just all these little things that you notice, may not be too aware of it, but once you start paying attention and being aware, it's like then you start celebrating those transition points, because our ancestors, they were in nature, and these transition points, these rituals and ceremonies are to honor Mother Earth, that she really deserves our respect and gratitude, and doing rituals and ceremony is the best way we can do these. And also festivals or pilgrimage to natural sites. For example, Yosemite is, like I say, home to my soul. That is a pilgrimage I do every time I go. And every time I go, and Yosemite is vast, it's really big. So every time I go, I try to do different activities, explore different things. But I have gained so much profound and deep connection with the geography and the animals of Yosemite, and within myself. Like, is I Yosemite and the redwoods, because I was born in Redwood City, in the redwoods. So those are and I live here now in Central California, in between them, like 2 hours away from the redwoods and 2 hours away from Yosemite. So it's perfect. But connecting to these sacred places in nature for us, it just fosters that renewal, the growth, and the nurturing that we need. For example, for me, it's great because I'm being nurtured by Mother Nature. And we all have a mother, may not be here in physical form anymore, but Mother Nature is there to nurture us with all these different activities that we can do and connections that we can do with Mother Earth. And also, it just inspires us to create more. I've received many ideas of courses that I'm creating. I've received also many poems that I have, especially with trees. Trees seem to be my cup of tea. And yeah, and it just flows. So effortlessly. Like I said, I'm like in the flow with nature, and then just like a poem or something will come to me. And there's many activities that we can do, many to do for nature connection. One of them, like I mentioned, just get out in nature, walk, whether it be a park, and be present to what you see, observe, just observe, being mindful, listen, go beyond what you see. Because we're a culture very much focused on what we see, we believe what we see. But if you close your eyes and just listen to the birds, it's a different experience. It kind of like gets more to your soul. So I'm being out in nature, exploring, be curious. I love to be curious about nature. Like I'm like, I have apps. What bird is this? What flower is this? What tree is this? And then even beyond that, you can get into like touching the tree, and for me it's like I imagine it's like, oh my gosh, how long has this tree been here? For example, for us here in California, we have trees that are very, very old, the oldest. So I'm like, imagine like these trees have been alive since the Roman times. Like, how amazing is that? I mean, how much have they witnessed throughout their lifetimes and, thousands of years that it's just the magnitude of it is mind-boggling. And I invite also when you are in nature to pick a sit spot to meditate in nature. A sit spot is just a spot where you feel comfortable, whether you are at the forest or the beach, just I invite you also to take your shoes off and your socks and put your feet on the ground and just be present with nature around you, what is around you. Just open all your other senses, open your heart to what nature has to share with you. And you just gain so much nurturance, and it feeds my soul. And that's beautiful way of doing a meditation, because meditation is listening. And a lot of our daily lives, there's a lot of talking with ourselves or our work, other people. But in meditation, we're listening. So we're being listening to the environment around us, what's going on around us. And that feeds your soul, that feeds your nature connection. So I want to end this presentation here with one of the poems that came to me during my hike in the redwoods. Oh my gosh, this is like 6 years, no, longer than that, 8 years ago. 2026 seems to be a significant year for me. I mean, 2016, sorry. And this poem came as I was hiking in the redwoods by myself, most of the time by myself, and just like I was in the flow. And redwoods are very, big and towering trees. They're the tallest trees in the world we have here in California. And I remember it was in November. It was a little cool air. There's waterfalls, there's creeks, it's a beautiful forest. So this poem just came to me as I was just going through the forest. It was like a nice pace hike. And this just came to me. And at the end, when I got to my car, I just had to write it down because it was just like a download. The title of it is Child of the Redwoods. Child of the redwoods, that's me, running through the redwoods while I'm free, arms spread out like wings, ready to fly. Moss and moisture kissing me. These are my trees, my redwoods, my tree sisters looking over me. Running through the redwoods while I'm free, touching each tree, the child in me. Redwoods towering over me, I am a small being with a big loving heart, as big as the redwood trees. Running through the redwoods while I'm free, I'm home in the redwoods. I feel safe, loved, nurtured, and cared for. Grounded in the mystery of the redwood forest, with big dreams and passions reaching to the sky, to share all my love, my light, and my medicine with all life. Running through the redwoods while I'm free, going to the redwoods to find myself, my true essence, coming home to find myself, to speak to my soul. Forever in love, forever grateful, Forever yours, child of the redwoods. That's me. This was such a enriching experience. And like I mentioned, there were so many other connections with this poem too as well. Like I mentioned, I was born in a place called Redwood City. The redwood is my tree. Couldn't be more connected to it, and just how everything came together. It was just magnificent. And yeah, so thank you for listening to that. And I just want to, you know, now I'm just going to move into speaking about redwoods and nature connection. I have a couple of free gifts for everybody to enjoy, to join me, please. Um, let me go here. The free gift number one is a live presentation. The title of it, and all this information will be right below the video, so don't worry, I'm just going to read it, but everything will be below the video with the Zoom link and everything and the date. It's called Earth Circle, Connecting with the Elements. It's embracing the fourth elements in nature. Like I mentioned, the elements of air, fire, water, and earth are powerful guides on how to live our lives in alignment with nature and to live within the cycles. So that will be an exciting. I hope you can make it. It's going to be on Wednesday, May 8th at 8 a.m. Pacific. And like I said, the information will be below this video. So you can mark it and join us for that day. And then gift number two, I have another live presentation. The title of it is Venus Fiesta, a cacao ceremony. It's in honoring and celebrating the goddess of love, beauty, abundance, nature, art, and creativity. Venus is the ruler of Taurus, which we are now. Taurus starts since April, to actually right before Earth Day. And I'm a Taurus, like I mentioned. My birthday's in April 30th. And she's the ruler of Taurus. And Taurus is the sacredness of the earth. And also Venus is the sacredness of the earth and the sacred feminine. So I invite everybody, open to everybody, but women, you come in as the goddess that you are. You're welcome to show up adorned in the beauty you love, like, whether it be your jewelry, a colorful, whatever you feel like as a goddess, and we'll do, I'll also put information on where to buy ceremonial grade cacao. You don't have to, but it's welcome because Venus, I was playing more on these, but Venus is connected to the Mayans and cacao. And but if you don't have cacao, just bring a cup of hot tea or some kind of beverage to just be part of the ceremony. And that is going to be happening live on Friday, May 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So again, all this information is going to be right below this video. And you don't have to sign up for these calls. Everything will be there. It's just a Zoom link. You can just, click on it and be in it. So yeah, I'm so excited about that. I hope to see you there. And I just want to say that I just want to share how this journey has been. I am so appreciative on all the presenters that are in this beautiful summit. I hope you really tune in and enjoy them. I appreciate and truly honored to be a part of this group of wonderful women. I've learned so much about myself. I have grown. It's kind of like, it's been like a leap, a quantum leap of, because when you have these conversations and we share our stories, you see how we are so much alike and we all want the same things. And, we're growing spiritually and we're finding ourselves and finding our tribe. And honestly, that's why I'm here. I'm here to put myself out to the world and what I offer to find my tribe. So those who resonate with me, come and check out my website. I will post everything right here below the video. So come check out my website, see what other offerings I have. And yeah, let's grow, let's glow, and also let's heal ourselves. It's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. And it's helpful when you have others to guide you, to help you, to connect with, to resonate with. And I am so grateful, thankful for every speaker that has been here, that has said yes to the call when I put the call out to be part of this wonderful summit, all these wonderful creatrix that have shared. And I know you will enjoy, and you will be inspired to create, no matter what it is. If you just want to get back to doing something that you did before, whether it be in nature or painting or anything that is coming from you, from your soul. That's why I created this summit, so we can get inspired to do those things that bring us joy and happiness. And just, it's not about the material, it's just about that soul connection, the happiness, the joy of being who we truly are, and be free to express yourself. So I appreciate each and every one of you who's here tuned in into this wonderful beginning on Earth Day of my presentation, of telling you who I am and what I'm here to do. And yes, please join all the presentations that are coming out all this week. 21, including me, 21 wonderful creatrix presenting who they are and their gifts and their inspiration. I appreciate you. I am honored, truly honored of you being here. And I hope to see you soon again, either in my free gifts. Check out my website, my YouTube channel, everything that you can connect here with me. Thank you. So many beautiful blessings. And we'll see you another time, everyone. Thank you so much.